Hey guys, KaiMo Films here, and I have a huge announcement to make. Every Saturday, from now until forever, to the best of my ability, I will be doing a live stream from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Convert that to your own time zone if you need to. And what will we be doing on said live stream? Well, there are three things that we could do. Number one, I could be animating like I did on the last live stream. Number two, I could be building a model kit like I did on the previous live stream. Or number three, I could be sitting in front of the camera like this and talking with you guys. And what will these discussions be about? Well, they could literally be about anything. Action figures, kaiju, the MCU, comics, video games, movies, literally anything we want to talk about. And what are these live streams happening every Saturday from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time going to be called? They will be called, as the people on Instagram have voted, the KaiMoCast. I know it's a little bit of a cheesy name, but I like it, so I'm just going to go with it. To recap, because this is a lot to take in, not really, I will be doing a live stream to the best of my ability every Saturday from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll put up a reminder at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time just so that you can put on the notification bell or the remind me function or whatever it's called, and then just prepare for an absolutely exhilarating live stream. And on those absolutely exhilarating live streams, we will either be animating, building a model kit, or just chatting away talking about whatever is affecting our nerd culture and the fandoms that we know and love. So with that being said, enjoy the behind the scenes that I shot from late October into early November, and I hope to see you on the first episode of the KaiMoCast on November 9th. I'm very head naughty today. It's very odd. So, just got done with a live stream a couple minutes ago. Built this guy. It's the high-grade Destiny Gundam. It doesn't look too bad. If you watch the stream, you know I was a little bit pissy about the head. The eye stickers, which I don't normally do eye stickers, but the eye stickers didn't cooperate, and then the V-fin got chipped, because if you don't know, the V-fins on high-grade kits like this have a little bit of a nub at the end of it to protect kids from, stabbing themselves in the eye. And I was shaving the little bit off, and then if it'll focus, there we go. I just got a little bit too rough with it, and then chipped this bit off. But I think it adds a little bit of character to the whole kit, and I'll get the rest of this built over the next few days. So yeah, it was a really fun stream. Only a few people showed up, but I honestly don't expect too many people to show up because, I'm not the biggest channel in the world, and so, if people show up, great. If they don't, great. I still had fun. Got the Bandai 8-inch Gotengo from Godzilla Final Wars yesterday. And if you don't know what this is, watch Godzilla Final Wars. You will not regret it. This is a ship called the Gotengo, and it is an absolutely amazing film for one. But it's my favorite Godzilla movie of all time, and the Gotengo ship is my favorite ship out of any Godzilla movie. So like Super X2 or like all the Super X's, the Griffin from Megaguirus, all of those. Like the Gotengo is my absolute favorite. Keep in the box because it's a pretty dope box too. And it's my favorite Godzilla movie. It's my favorite ship. It was definitely worth the, I think, $50 I paid for it. And considering it being a 15-year-old figure at this point. This came out in 2004. It's 2019 right now. Yeah, a 15-year-old figure. It still holds up real well. I have my 3.5-inch Godzilla here, but this was a Gotengo I made out of Lego probably 4 or 5 years ago at this point. Like, I was so in love with the Gotengo that I made one out of Lego, and honestly, it's not too bad, a Gotengo. I mean, it's got the 4, like, fins in the front, it's got the 2 fins in the back, got the red, got the, obviously the drill, like the thruster part, and then the like, cockpit or whatever it is. You know, it's a pretty good Lego Gotengo, especially for a 15, or not 15, like an 11 or 12-year-old. So this has easily become one of my favorite things in my collection. Just finished this. There we go. Just finished this comic yesterday. It's the Godzilla Rulers of Earth Complete 2. It's a really good series, I have to admit. It's kind of an interesting history with this, at least this volume. I have both 1 and 2 complete. But with this one, I got the first one at my comic book shop, but then this one, it was put up for pre-order, at least on Amazon, like December of 2016 or something like that. And it was set to release like January something of the following year. And it got to the release date, it didn't come out, and then I asked my comic book shop, and like, what the hell? And he said apparently not enough people pre-ordered it, so they were going to delay. IDW, the publisher, was going to delay the release of it. So now it's finally, you know, a year or 2 years later, 2.5 years later, finally got it, finally finished it, and damn, it was one hell of a series. This is probably the best Godzilla comic book series. I mean, it's easily the most popular, but if I can, there we go. It's definitely the best Godzilla series. I mean, unless you like Godzilla in Hell, which is also really good. But this is my favorite. And that's a completed kit. It's actually probably my favorite looking kit that I've built ever. I mean, if you look at, all the detail, a lot of the color separation is actually really good, especially for a high grade kit. You know, these bright blue parts on the chest, you know, on an older kit would probably be stickers, but they were completely separate pieces. And you know, the yellow bit on the wrist or on the back of the hand here would also probably be, you know, a sticker. But there were only a few stickers in this kit, and I only used 2 of them. I only used the camera and then the eye sticker, which, if you watched the stream from last night, you know I almost rage quit over them. But it's a really good kit. You get a pretty good sizable amount of accessories. You get 2 like repulsor blast hands almost, and then you can put on this effect part. You have the beam saber blade. You have I'm guessing a shield, another shield that can do a bit of that and like split open, like smaller daggers and stuff. And then probably the coolest bit, these clear pink, I don't know what these would look like, honestly, but they're like exhaust thrusters that go underneath the wings, which I will actually set up right now. And that's the kit. It's got a huge ass beam saber, which looks more like a sword than an actual like beam saber. But as you can see, I have 3 weapons on display here. I have the shield, the beam rifle, and then the beam saber. And the wingspan looks absolutely fantastic. It adds so much presence to this guy that I'm definitely going to be displaying him like this. Other accessories, I mentioned this. He comes with this little repulsor blast that comes with a splayed out hand and a little adapter that you can pop off and then put the put that on. It also comes with, I actually don't know what this is. It's probably a shield or something. And then these little clear pink dagger blades that are made of the same plastic as the wings and the beam saber, that you can actually pop off one of these and then do a little bit of this. There we go. And then you can put this into the fisted hand, which I only think that comes with one other pair of hands. It only comes with the fist closed hands or the fisted hands, and then these splayed out hands. But yeah, pop off the saber or the beam rifle and pop one of these on. I mean, you got yourself a little dagger, and then when you're done displaying it, which way does it go? This way. You're done. I mean, it's simple as that. But yeah, I mean, flipping it around to the back, I mean, this is where the sword was, and then here's another little cannon that can rotate around when the wing isn't all the way out. But you can flip that around and have another cannon go underneath the kit, or go underneath the Gundam. But I mean, this is easily my favorite Gundam I've ever built. I mean, it just looks amazing. Definitely going to be using this in a project sometime soon. That's a bit of a hint, foreshadowing for future projects. God, this lighting is awful. Anyway, here is my entire model kit collection. Yeah, that was a pretty good setup. I mean, over the past 13 months, I'd say, I've built 11 model kits. This one, this RX-782, is actually the first one I ever built, and it's seen better days. It was in that Gypsy Avenger video I released last September, which now has over 500,000 views. Thank you so much. And I mean, it's definitely seen better days. I mean, it's missing part of the V-fin, and the panel lining is absolute garbage, but you know, I've come a long way. You know, building a simple kit like that to a really complex kit like the Destiny Gundam, and then, you know, even a real grade, and, you know, eventually a master grade once I have the balls to build one. They're super cheap. I mean, the Destiny Gundam was only 23 bucks, and I think the most expensive one was the real grade, because it's just got so many different parts, and it's got the name real grade to it. But I mean, you know, probably maybe 200 bucks worth of plastic, and I'd say maybe, you know, a couple dozen hours put together, you know, building this. I mean, model kits are just such a good deal, especially if you can't afford like Robot Damashi or, you know, Monster Arts. You know, get model kits. Get the Gunpla kits, or if you're not a fan of Gundam, get their figure-eye stuff, like their Gokus, their Dragon Ball Z characters, their Digimon characters. What else do they have? I mean, they have a ton of model kits that you can get. Their Ultraman anime model kits. You know, you can get so many model kits for so cheap, and you don't have to spend, you know, potentially 3 or 4 times as much on the Figure Arts or Monster Arts or Bandai, or not Bandai. Oh, what are they called? Robot Damashi figures. So definitely get a few kits if you want, or don't. You do what you do. I ain't judging. So I was actually just about to throw the garbage away, and I realized, because a couple of these were sticking out, that you could probably actually take a couple of the runners that you have left over from builds, and then have it be like rebar, like I-beams. If you have damaged buildings made out of foam, sort of like Kaijuzilla, or not, Super Mario Zilla's building, you can cut these in a specific way, and then, you know, stick them into the foam. You can just have this laying about as rubble. You know, just have it be random bits of debris, broken buildings, and I mean, if you get a model kit, you have, at least 5 runners of varying sizes. All you have to do is really spray paint them, break them up, and do whatever you want with them. And one thing I recommend everybody do, whether or not you're dio builders, ACBA artists, stop motion animators, is keep a bucket of just random things that you can probably make into props, and if you don't use them, you can just throw them away.
That's crispy.